Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is the finale for my hashtag #roulettepancollab project pan. And before I jump into updates for all the products, I just want to say a huge thank you to Rebecca and Alexi for just being so awesome. They comment on every video that I've posted, and the fact that you've opened this up to everyone, it just means a lot to me. I want to say a personal thank you from my heart, because when I started this project, I had just started YouTube not long before that, and I didn't have many followers or many connections with people. And the moment that I posted my intro, I got my channel grew significantly, and I have you to thank for that. And it's not for the fact that I want clicks or views, it's the fact that moving to Sweden has been pretty difficult and a little bit lonely, but I have made new friends and met new subscribers and people who I consider friends because of you opening up projects like this for people. So thank you for that, and enough mushiness. Let's jump into the products. Okay, so I'm gonna go through products as I introduce them into the project. So the first product I had was a product in loose form, and this is my Coty Airspun loose powder. And as you will be able to see, it is done. That is so satisfying, and yeah, I'm just so excited. So here is where we were. You can see the intro, first update, second update, third update, and then now we are empty, which is again so satisfying, and I'm very excited to have completed a big loose powder. I didn't realize when I started this project, or when I put this into the project, I kind of thought it would go quickly. I didn't realize that because I had used half of the product. I didn't realize that it was going to be such a huge undertaking to complete all of this, and so now that it's done, I'm really proud of myself. Next up was a product that was a current love for me. And when I put this into the project, it was a current love when I was living in Atlanta, Georgia. And so I hadn't used it in a couple months, and you'll be able to see, I was up here, and then first, second, third update, and then here we are at the very last. It's one of those products that I really hoped was going to be gone by now. And I used it this morning, and I could still feel like maybe if I angle it right, that there's maybe one, maybe two uses left in it. So while I wish that I could say that it's completely done, I think there's just the littlest bit of product in it, which is my fault. I knew I could finish it, and I kind of got a little lazy with it at the very end. But all in all, it will be gone literally within the next week or so. So I'm excited to just kind of finish it up fully, and I consider it a success for this project. Next up was a product that sparkled, and this was I chose a kind of glittery gloss from Ulta that was in a little sample holiday set. And when I put this in here, I was really nervous because I really, in the past couple of project pans I've done over the past couple of years, I've been really awful at using products or lip products, I mean. And I finished this quickly, and I was kind of surprised. I surprised myself, but you'll see that I finished another one of these too. So I'm learning that maybe it's not a fluke, that maybe if I actually pick products that I enjoy and make an effort, I can finish lip products. So that is probably my biggest takeaway from this project pan, is just how I don't have to own that label that I had slapped on myself as the person who can't use lip products, because I'm learning a lot about my abilities to use them. So this was one product that I finished. Next up is a product that I didn't use much, and while the packaging is kind of broken, you may be able to see that, this was something that was sitting in my collection. I wasn't getting a ton of use. It was one of the first palettes that I bought, but once I started getting new palettes, I just didn't reach for this as much. So I decided to pick it up because it's perfectly good. The quality is actually quite nice. And I was working on this shade here, and my goal was to hit pan, which I did do. And so I was very excited for that. That was one of the first times that I had kind of measured or tracked how long it would take me to hit goal on an eyeshadow. And so that was a learning lesson. I kind of thought I would do it in a month, and I believe it took me 3 months. So yeah, definitely learned something with that, but I'm also really excited to having added a pan into my eyeshadow palette collection. Ooh, words, hard. The next product that I put into this project was a product that I considered decluttering, and for that I chose this e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. I got this a long time ago, and you may be able to see that, well, when I put it in, it was full, so there was no mark. And then the second update, I didn't really see many holes in the window of the product, and so I kind of was like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. Third update comes, or no, second update comes, and all of a sudden, I'm here, and I could see like a big hole in this window. There was still a little product on the side, and then last update, I was able to get it down to here. And today we are done with it. I cannot believe that this was something that I thought I was gonna get rid of, and now it's gone. I was actually, before I started the video, I was trying to squeeze some out to give you a swatch, and I literally can't get any more out. I'm gonna break a nail if I do. So it is done. I can't believe it. I'm thrilled. This to me is probably one of my biggest successes in this project, because there was a little while there, a couple months, I didn't think that was gonna happen at all. So I am thrilled. And the last of my original products in this project pan were things that I purchased online. And since Colourpop Super Shock Shadows, again, words, are a little bit, they're kind of easier to hit pan on than most shadows, which was my goal, I put 2 in to try to challenge myself a little bit, and let me open them up. I did hit pan on both of them. So these are the shades Juicy Apple and Rainbow from the like Hello Kitty collection. And yeah, pan on both of them. And also this is Juicy Apple and this is Rainbow, if you wanted to see a swatch of them. I really enjoyed having these in the project. I thought it was very fun. They're really glittery top coat. They don't really deposit a ton of color. So it was nice to like be able to do my makeup with my eyeshadow with whatever I wanted to use, and then to add a little bit of glitter or fun, throw these on top. Super easy to use, very happy with that. Moving on to products that I introduced in the first update. So at the first update, I had completed 2 products, so I introduced 2 more. One was a product from my favorite brand, and while I don't know if I have like a truly favorite brand, I do really like Bite lipsticks. And so this is a Bite multi-stick in the shade Rosewood, and hopefully you'll be able to see that there is a bee. Hopefully I'm showing it to you. There's a bee in the side of this product, and my goal was to wear down to the top of the bee, which I did do. And I actually did use it both on my lips and on my cheeks, and I really enjoyed it. And so I was excited to hit goal and roll this out. The next item for me was a drugstore product. And for that I chose this NYX brow pencil, and you should be able to see that that is all the way rolled up. I don't even think I can give you a swatch. No, I can't give you a swatch. But this is in the shade Brunette. Not my favorite brow pencil or brow product. I kind of prefer pomades, but all in all, not bad. If you were in a pinch and you needed something and you like pencils, this is totally a good option. Moving into items that were introduced in update number 2, I added in another gloss, like I said earlier, for something, it was the category, something that you've used up before. And part of me, well, I was motivated by 2 things. One, I have a ton of lip products and I need to get them done, so any lip product used up is a good thing. And 2, I kind of wanted to test to see if the first gloss that I used up was a fluke or not. And so I introduced this. This was just a very similar kind of glittery gloss from Ulta. And I believe this is the Beauty Treats line, not necessarily Ulta, but either way, I did use it up in literally like half the month. Like it took me a little over 2 weeks, which I was like, all right, you got this. You use lip products, girlfriend. And so I was excited to get another lip product out of my collection, but also just to confirm that I can use lip products. And next up was a product that receives hype on YouTube. So they didn't say that it was overhyped or anything like that, but I chose this blush in, it's Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Pearlescent Pink, because this blush tends to get a lot of hype for being a dupe to the NARS Orgasm blush. And if you can see, my goal was to hit pan, which I did do. And again, I was shocked. I knew I had a good dip in the product, which you might be able to see. that it's got a decent dip in it, but I kind of expected to be working on this for about 2 months, the rest of the project. But I hit my goal probably in the first half of the month and was able to put this down. And so I was shocked, and I was really excited because I haven't really intentionally tried to pan a blush before, but this kind of reaching goal that quickly on it made me kind of think, all right, you can do that. And so yeah, I'm very excited for that. And finally, we're moving into the last 3 products that were introduced in update 3. The first one was a product that is unique, and for that I chose my Anastasia Aurora palette. And my goal was not to hit pan on anything, but it was to use this palette every day. And I did do that. I had one, actually, I lied. I technically failed the goal because there was one day when I went to record my makeup at the end of the day that I forgot to wear this palette, and it was just here recently, like literally like 2 days ago. And I think in my head, I was like, I think it was March 1st, and in my head I was thinking, you're done, you don't need to wear that. You wore it all in February, and the reality was I'm filming the update into March, so I needed to wear it one more day. So all in all, not wearing it one day out of all of the days that I wore makeup is really dang good. So I'm very excited to have gotten a ton of use out of it. I believe that I used Eclipse 5 times, 7 times, and Spectra like 6 times. Yes. And so I used those the most, which I was really happy with, and I also used these a fair amount. This one I believe was my least used one, and I used it only twice, so that's okay. All in all, very pleased to have put this into a project, very happy that I managed to reach for it so often, and I'm considering this a goal reached. Next up was a product that I don't reach for enough. And for that, again, because I'm notoriously bad at remembering to use lip products and I have so many of them, I chose a lip liner, and this was my Wet n Wild, I believe it's Never Petaled Down. And when I started, it was almost brand new, like I had used it a handful of times, but I managed to get it down here, and sadly, it's breaking, but I'm gonna try to keep it in there and use it as much as possible. Granted, it is getting annoying to have to like push it down myself, but all in all, let me show you where I was in my little booklet here. So at the intro, we were up here, and then now, as of today, we are here. So I think that is it. Like I didn't say exactly what my goal was for this product because I kind of just thought, let's just see how much you use it. But I was shocked that I almost finished this, and I actually probably could have finished if I wouldn't have gotten a little lazy toward the end of this project. But while it's not technically a goal met, I'm still really happy with my progress. And last was a product that I was afraid to pan, and for that I picked this Nivea balm. I'm not afraid to pan balms, but this one in particular is like a milky pink, like baby pink color. Let's see if I can give you a little swatch. It doesn't deposit a ton of color, but it's enough like on your lips that it looks like white almost. Like it gives a white silvery cast. And so I had purchased or been given this a long time ago, and it just sat in my collection because I'm like, ooh, I don't know if like Pepto-Bismol kind of pink with a little silver is super duper flattering. And my goal was just to determine, is this something that I want to keep around? Use it enough so that I got a better understanding of the product. And I actually feel like I used it a ton, but it only moved a little bit. So intro, update, but mostly I am like glad to report that I don't hate this product. I do think that I have to be careful about what lip liners I pair with it. Definitely want to pair a lip liner with it to keep it from looking too milky on me, but all in all, definitely a product that I'm going to keep, and I could see myself putting it in a future project pan to use up. So I'm excited that that is also another success. Alright, before we formally recap, I should say that make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video. There will be a photo slideshow just showing all the products and the progress along the way. But now for the formal recap, I introduced 13 products into this project, and out of the 13, I completed 11 of them. So these are the completed 11, and then These two here are ones that I did not reach goal on, but I'm still really happy with it because I'm almost done with both of these. And so yeah, all in all, I think this project was a really big success for me. I feel really motivated to do some other project pans coming up, and I am going to do this one again when it renews in April. So yeah, thank you so much. Alexi's channel, Rebecca's channel are linked below. The playlist is linked below. Again, a huge thank you to Rebecca and to Alexi for opening this project up. And a huge thank you to everyone who has commented and watched these videos. And y'all mean more to me than you know. You really do provide like a huge help for me emotionally and just mentally, like being able to talk to people who I have common interests with, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.